In-wall cameras with night vision capabilities present intriguing possibilities for electrical troubleshooting and wire fishing, particularly in challenging or inaccessible areas. While not a commonly used tool, the potential benefits in specific scenarios are worth exploring. For electrical troubleshooting, the ability to see inside walls without demolition can significantly reduce time and effort. Imagine tracing wires, identifying damaged components, or locating junction boxes hidden behind drywall, all without creating unnecessary openings. Similarly, when fishing wires through tight spaces, such as conduits or crowded walls, a camera can provide a visual guide, making the process smoother and more efficient. This is especially helpful when navigating around obstructions or ensuring proper wire placement. The technology behind these cameras typically involves a small, flexible camera head attached to a long, maneuverable cable. The camera transmits video to a handheld display or a connected device, allowing the user to view the inside of the wall in real time. Night vision capabilities are achieved through infrared LED or similar technology that illuminates the area without requiring external light. This is crucial for inspecting dark or enclosed spaces. When considering an in-wall camera, several factors should be taken into account. Firstly, the camera's resolution and image quality are critical for clear and detailed visualization. Look for models with high-resolution sensors and good low-light performance. Secondly, the cable length and flexibility are important for reaching the desired areas. A longer cable allows for deeper penetration into walls, while flexibility enables navigation around corners and obstacles. Thirdly, the display size and features can impact usability. A larger display provides a better viewing experience, and features like zoom and image capture can be helpful for detailed inspection and documentation. Fourthly, power source and battery life are considerations for prolonged use. Some cameras are powered by batteries, while others require an external power source. Battery life should be sufficient for the intended task. Fifthly, durability and water resistance are important for use in harsh or damp environments. Look for models that are built to withstand the rigors of construction sites or damp locations. Sixthly, the diameter of the camera head is important, as a smaller diameter will allow it to fit in tighter spaces. The cost of these cameras can vary widely, depending on the features and quality. It is important to research different models and compare prices before making a purchase. In addition to the camera itself, there are other tools and techniques that can be used to enhance its effectiveness. For example, a wire tracer can be used to locate wires behind walls even without visual access. A stud finder can help identify the location of studs, which can be useful for avoiding them when drilling or fishing wires. A barrette can be used to inspect small openings or tight spaces. It is also important to be aware of the potential hazards associated with working with electricity. Always disconnect the power before working on electrical circuits, and use appropriate safety gear, such as gloves and eye protection. When fishing wires, be careful not to damage existing wires or pipes. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to hire a qualified electrician. The NEC, or National Electrical Code, does not specifically address the use of in-wall cameras for electrical work. However, it does provide guidelines for safe electrical practices, which should be followed when using these cameras. For example, NEC Section 110.3. B requires that all electrical equipment be installed and used in accordance with its listing and labeling. This means that the camera should be used in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. NEC Section 300.4 addresses protection against physical damage to electrical wiring. When fishing wires through walls, be careful not to damage the wires, as this could create a fire hazard. NEC Section 310.15 provides guidelines for determining the ampacity of conductors. The ampacity of the wires used with the camera should be sufficient for the current it will carry. NEC Section 400 covers flexible cords and cables. If the camera uses a flexible cord, it should be of the proper type and size for the application. NEC Article 590 addresses temporary installations, which may be relevant if the camera is being used for temporary troubleshooting. NEC Section 690 addresses solar photovoltaic systems, and if the in-wall camera is being used in conjunction with a solar installation, these rules would apply. The practical applications of in-wall cameras extend beyond basic troubleshooting and wire phishing. Consider scenarios such as inspecting for moisture or mold growth behind walls, assessing insulation levels in hard-to-reach areas, or locating pests or rodents that may be causing damage. In these situations, the camera's ability to provide visual access without causing disruption can be invaluable. Furthermore, in-wall cameras can be used for documenting existing conditions before starting a renovation project. This can be helpful for identifying potential problems and avoiding surprises down the road. For instance, before tearing down a wall, a camera can be used to check for the presence of wiring, plumbing, or other obstructions. In commercial settings, in-wall cameras can be used for inspecting ductwork, conduit runs, and other hidden infrastructure. This can help identify potential problems before they cause major disruptions. For example, a camera can be used to inspect ductwork for leaks or blockages. When using an in-wall camera, it is important to have a systematic approach. Firstly, plan the inspection carefully, identifying the areas that need to be examined. Secondly, prepare the area by removing any obstructions that may block the camera's view. Thirdly, insert the camera carefully, avoiding any sharp edges or obstacles that could damage the camera or the surrounding structures. Fourthly, move the camera slowly and deliberately, taking the time to carefully examine the image on the display. Fifthly, document any findings, taking notes or capturing images or video. Sixthly, analyze the findings and develop a plan for addressing any problems that are identified. Seventhly, after the inspection, clean the camera and store it properly. To maximize the effectiveness of an in-wall camera, consider the following tips. Firstly, use a light source to illuminate the area being inspected. Many cameras have built-in lights, but an external light source may be needed for larger or darker areas. Secondly, use a mirror to see around corners. A small mirror can be attached to the camera to provide a wider field of view. Thirdly, use a magnet to retrieve small objects. A magnet can be attached to the camera to retrieve screws, nails, or other small objects that may be lost in the wall. Fourthly, use a wire tracer to locate wires behind walls. A wire tracer can be used to locate wires, even if they are not visible. Fifthly, use a stud finder to locate studs. A stud finder can be used to locate studs behind walls, which can be helpful for avoiding them when drilling or fishing wires. Sixthly, practice using the camera before using it on a real project. This will help you become familiar with its features and limitations. Seventhly, be patient and take your time. Inspecting walls can be a time-consuming process, so it is important to be patient and take your time. In the realm of electrical work, safety is paramount. Before using an in-wall camera, ensure that the power to the circuit being inspected is completely shut off. Use a non-contact voltage tester to verify that the circuit is de-energized. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as safety glasses and gloves. Be aware of the potential for asbestos or other hazardous materials in older homes. If you suspect that asbestos is present, do not disturb it. Contact a qualified asbestos abatement contractor. Be careful not to damage existing wiring or plumbing when inserting the camera. If you are not comfortable working with the electricity, it is best to hire a qualified electrician. When troubleshooting electrical problems, it is important to have a systematic approach. Firstly, identify the symptoms of the problem. Secondly, gather information about the problem. Thirdly, develop a hypothesis about the cause of the problem. Fourthly, test the hypothesis. Fifthly, repair the problem. Sixthly, verify that the problem is fixed. Seventhly, document the problem and the solution. Using an in-wall camera can be a valuable tool for electrical troubleshooting and wire phishing. However, it is important to use it safely and effectively. By following the tips and guidelines outlined above, you can increase your chances of success and avoid potential problems. These cameras can be purchased from specialty tool suppliers, online retailers, or home improvement stores. Consider reading reviews and comparing different models before making a purchase. Look for cameras with features such as high resolution, flexible cables, and bright LED light.